Hello everyone, thank you for joining me today. I'm at my mother's home at the moment and it is Sunday 11:30 a.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. This video is a follow-up on Iman Khelif of Algeria and Angela Carini of Italy and their boxing match. So much has happened in one whole day, dear viewers. But before that, I want to show you something to start off on a lovely, happy note, because I love starting off on a happy note. Look at this beautiful rose. Just look at it. Look at the absolute delicacy of its layers. Look at the red beauty of it and the greenery. The smell is divine. And it came all the way from my niece's boyfriend who bought her a bunch of them. Isn't it just beautiful? Just lovely. Oh yes, I might just leave it there. Okay, now there has been much research on my part because of what I previously researched about Khelif and Carini, or Carini should I say, and following my video I searched and saw that Carini, who wouldn't shake Khelif's hand after quitting, ended up apologising to Khelif. And I found that really ironic. So did many other commentators. So I made a phone call, or should I say not, a message. I sent a message to two of my American friends, right, just to get their perspective, a male and a female. They've been looking into it too and have had the same thoughts, confusion, what's going on here. They're saying, she has a condition, Khelif has a condition, she has an XY chromosome, and the IBA, International Boxing Association, disqualified her. And I put up a post this morning about Lin Yu Ting, who was also at the same time, 24th of March 2023, at the IBA disqualified with Khelif, right? And I am, myself and many are very, very confused about what's going on, because as I shared, if I am mistaken, I will apologise to my viewers that I was in error. Therefore, I did more research, and lo and behold, I watched doctors. And I watched this explanation about the XY chromosome, yet they are females. It really didn't stand up to me. It really didn't. Because it verified more to me that they had higher testosterone, they were XY chromosome, they are given more strength, more durability, more weightiness in their strength, even though they may present as females. So I went a little further in my research, and I looked at the International Boxing Association statement that they made, and I'm going to read it to you. And it might highlight and verify and show you a few things. I might stop here and there to share a thought here and there, and then we'll go on, okay? So this is a statement made by the International Boxing Association regarding athletes' disqualification in World Boxing Championships 2023. This is July 31st. This article was printed July 31st, 2024. Do you see that? July 31st, 2024. Now, I'm going to read it to you because there's no way, dear viewers, I can memorize this. As stated, the International Boxing Association, IBA in brackets, feels it appropriate at this prevalent time to address recent media statements regarding those athletes, Lin Yu-Ting and Iman Khelif, particularly regarding their participation in the Paris Olympic Games 2024. We wish to make the following points in these regards. On March 24, 2023, IBA disqualified athletes Lin Yu-Ting and Iman Khelif from the IBA Women's World Boxing Championships in New Delhi 2023. This disqualification was a result of their failure to meet the eligibility criteria for participating in the women's competition as set and laid out in the IBA regulations. The decision made after a meticulous review. They had 2 tests, as I mentioned yesterday in my filming. Meticulous review was extremely important and necessary to uphold the level of fairness and utmost integrity of the competition, right? Meaning the female boxing competition. Let me repeat that paragraph. This decision made after a meticulous review was extremely important and necessary to uphold the level of fairness and utmost integrity of the competition. Point to note, the athletes did not undergo a testosterone examination, but were subject to a separate and recognized test whereby the specifics remain confidential. That raises awareness to me. Why are the specifics remained confidential? Now we can say it's confidential because of their health being confidential, right? We can put that into motion, but that's not an issue. That does not need to remain confidential. If you are competing in a world championship or a world sporting event, those things need to be disclosed. So that there is a red flag to me. This test conclusively indicated that both athletes did not meet the required necessary eligibility criteria and were found to have competitive advantages over other competitors. The decision made by IBA on the 24th of March 2023 was subsequently ratified by the IBA Board of Directors on the following day, the 25th of March 2023. The official record of this decision can be accessed on the IBA website, and then they give you the link. This disqualification was based on 2 tests, as I mentioned yesterday, conducted on both athletes as follows. Tests performed during the IBA Women's World Boxing Championships in Istanbul 2022 and tests performed during the IBA Women's World Boxing Championships in New Delhi in 2023. 2 consecutive tests, 2 separate years. For clarification, Lin Yu-Ting did not appeal. Look at the photo that I put this morning. If that doesn't look like a male, then my dear viewers, I must be the King of England. It's hard not to be sarcastic, it really is. Lin, for clarification, Lin Yuting did not appeal the IBA's decision to the Court of Arbitration for Sport, CAS in brackets, thus rendering the decision legally binding. Did you hear that? She did not appeal the decision. It's legally binding. Render. We must ask ourselves, why didn't she appeal? Is she in fact a male being diagnosed by these doctors saying, and the Olympic organisation trying to convince us that she has this medical condition? Iman Khelif initially appealed the decision to CAS but withdrew the appeal. Again, interesting. During the process, also making the IBS decision legally binding. Now, we have commentators of the World Organization, the World Economic Forum, and the sporting organization saying this is a biased thing because it was run by Russians. Absolute nonsense. This was in Delhi and it was in Istanbul. But because it was a Russian competition, or was held in a Russian forum or whatnot, they were saying, oh, they're being biased. Do not believe that. Here it is in black and white. And I can put the link below this video too, right? They did not contest. They did not appeal, which made it legally binding, right? Further, it says, our committee have rigorously reviewed and endorsed the decision made during the World Championships. While ABA remains committed to ensuring competitive fairness in all of our events, we express concern over the inconsistent application of eligibility criteria by other sporting organisations, including the overseeing of the Olympic Games. There you go, in black and white. Then the IOC deferring regulations on these matters in which IBA is not involved raise serious questions about both competitive fairness and athlete safety. It's there, dear viewers, in black and white. I was actually confused yesterday after doing much research before my filming. And I thought, I'm reading all these other things, and I thought, okay, then I've got to go and do more research. I'm not happy. If I'm wrong, I'm going to apologise, take down my video. I was advised by one of my American friends who I contacted, and he said to me, Salwa, don't take your video down. Sit on it and wait. What great advice. Then, this morning, because I'm an early riser, I had something pop up, and lo and behold, I got a bit more information, and then I got onto this article, and I thought, wow, just wow. Thankfully, I did not erase or remove my video on Facebook or YouTube. I'm yet to put it on Instagram for those of my followers who are on Instagram, right? I'm going to read that last paragraph again. The IOC's deferring regulations, keyword deferring regulations on these matters in which IBA is not involved, raise serious questions about both competitive fairness and athlete safety. Remember when I shared with you that Carini's family and friends tried to call her, pleading with her, do not compete, do not compete. It is dangerous. This person is a male. Do not compete. She didn't take heed. Yet her brother was in the audience, I ended up finding out. I believe now that she has apologized, as I found out after my filming, I believe that comes under great global pressure because of the society we're living in. I don't believe that was a genuine apology, that she apologizing for not shaking Khelif's hand, and she apologising for not being a great sportsmanship. I believe she was pressured by the IOC. From all I have seen, it doesn't add up, dear viewers. I'll continue the last paragraph. For clarification on why the IOC permits athletes with competitive advantages to compete in their events, we urge interested parties to seek answers directly from the IOC. Yours sincerely. That article raises a lot of questions. That article raises a lot of concerns. That article is very disturbing in reading how strongly the IBA took into consideration and the specific testings they did in 2022 and 2023, yet the IOC ignored it. Do you know what else I found out, dear viewers? The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. The quote I gave you from the spokesman, Adams, of the IOC yesterday, oh, well, he is one of the leaders of the World Economic Forum. Oh, you know, the World Economic Forum, who is stating down how we're going to live in the next 20 to 30 years. And by 2030, their slogan is, you'll own nothing and be happy. They want to direct every single area of our life. The World Economic Forum with their 17 sustainable energy requirements, which I spoke about years ago, and I broke down to you on how it is ridiculous what they're wanting to do. And things have come to pass since then, like the electric cars, who are causing mayhem in many countries because of the heavy lithium battery underneath the driver's seat. Many car parts in apartments, in shopping centres have to be rebuilt. They're having that trouble at the moment in England. I know from ground information. What do? I get ground information. I don't only get information, research information from doing my research, but I also go to the ground. As I've shared before, when I research, I get ground information as well as my own research, right? So there you have it. With my conscience at the moment can't apologise to Khelif. There's not enough evidence, even on the medical side. If he presents, I'm going to say he because we're looking at an XY chromosome, and scientifically it's the testosterone that were kept, levels that were kept confidential, tell me, speak volumes to me. And to me, I'm sharing, if he or Yu Ting is presenting that way and they didn't appeal the IBA, that's all red flags. They know that they shouldn't be competing against women, I believe, in my conscience. Therefore, I can't apologise. There's too much out there. There's too much discrepancy out there. I can't apologise At this stage, I will gladly apologise if I'm wrong and take down those videos. At this stage, there's more evidence. As I say, when I do my research, I evaluate all areas of the coin. And at this stage, I can't apologise because these XY chromosome individuals should not be competing in female sports. Now, we're living in a world with AI. You're going to see, this is a warning I'm giving out to you. We are going to see more and more AI in our world that's going to, if we're confused now, dear viewers, we're going to see more and more confusion. Way much more confusion in the world, because AI now, they're working on so many things with robots and AI taking away so many of our jobs, and also AI projection, where they will project a person on media and it's actually AI and we will see them as being an actual person, and it's not. I've seen it all. As I shared on a comment on another post on Facebook, if you have seen what I have discovered through my research, what they're doing with AI at the moment, you would be absolutely losing your mind, confused and petrified of the future. Personally, I'm not, because I know who holds the future and my faith is in the Almighty God, the God of the Bible. So as for now, Iman, Khelif, I'm sorry, I cannot apologise to you. I strongly believe you have no right being in women's competition at all. One other thing I'd like to share with you all, if you haven't seen it, I've now got another genre to my writing called poetic photography. And I'm grabbing the rose again because I love nature and I love to be out in nature and I love to view the lovely and the ugly of nature, because there is both the lovely and ugly, but they all have their purposes. And it's a new genre called poetic photography by SS. Salwa Samra is my new genre. And I'm hoping every day to put up a photo and have a little poetry, a paragraph of poetry about that photo to share with you my God's wonderful creation, the best creator and artist of all. Thank you for watching. I hope this gives you a lot more clarity on what we're facing at the moment as a society, as a world, in the sporting arena, in a society as a whole. Our children and grandchildren are being raised in this crazy society, in this madness. Something has to give. Something has to stop. If others won't speak up, I will, and I do. As you know, I don't care who likes me or dislikes me or disagrees with me. I must remain intact with my biblical Christian worldviews, with my scientific worldview, which matches very much up with Christianity. Do not be fooled that Christianity, our greatest scientist, Einstein, was a Christian. What led him to science was the Bible. And what he discovered in the Bible led him to want to explore more. You see, they don't teach you that at school. They're not allowed to. Because we live in an evil agenda, dear people. Whether you want to recognise it or not, more and more people are waking up to this. But that's another subject altogether. Until the next time, take care and just enjoy our creation wherever you are. Winter, summer, we're coming autumn, or as the Americans call it and Canadians, fall. autumn and spring. We're coming into spring in a month. It's my favourite season. Until the next time, au revoir.